Hello, friends. It's Pat at Dancing Moon Travel with another episode of Let's Talk Travel. And this evening, I am going to be providing a review from our recent sailing aboard the Celebrity Reflection. Uh, it was a 7 night Western Caribbean sailing out of Fort Lauderdale, where we called on Falmouth, Jamaica, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel. And we just had a fabulous time aboard this ship. And I wanted to share with you a little bit about the celebrity experience. First of all, Reflection is a beautiful, beautiful ship. She is now the celebrity mantra is kind of modern luxury. It's a large ship, 3,600 passengers at full capacity, but on our particular sailing, again, that was March 26th when we were on board for 7 nights. Uh, there were only about 1,045 people on board the ship. It was kind of like being aboard your own private mega yacht. Sometimes it just felt that way. There was so much space and social distancing available due to the reduced capacity. But so this is one of the Solstice class ships, and they are they have a sophisticated elegance about them, but not at all stuffy, no unpretentious, uh, just very, very comfortable to be on board, despite the fact that it is a bit of an upscale experience. So if you're don't if you feel if you normally sail with Royal Caribbean and Carnival, Norwegian, don't hesitate to step up to the celebrity experience, because it is not going to be uh, uncomfortable in any sense at all. This is a very highly awarded ship. It's won like 80 awards over the years when it first launched. It was in great shape. Uh, I was almost shocked when I realized that the ship is scheduled to have a dry dock and upgrade coming up in January of 2023, because in many respects the ship really looked as though it had just come out of a dry dock, just in great shape. You just don't see any wear and tear, and it was a beautiful ship, incredibly well maintained. First thing I want to talk about is the stateroom. Now, we were in a concierge class balcony, and it was basically it's a standard balcony that comes with a few extra perks, uh, and it just but let's just call it a balcony, because really that's what it was. It was beautifully appointed, very, very comfortable in every respect, beautiful furnishings and finishes, comfy bed, big closet, large functional bath with nice finishes, uh, glass shower, um, great storage in the stateroom. It was just a terrific room. The one thing that I would say, it had a huge closet, but only 3 drawers. And we really, the way we travel, and I think that we're not much different for a lot of you out there, but it didn't have enough shelving and drawers, which is what we needed for our clothes. I'd rather just put our shorts and t-shirts and things like that on a shelf or in a drawer rather than hanging everything up. But that was the one thing that I would say about our stateroom that I wish I could have changed. I would just like for there to be more shelving and more drawer space, because I think that is much more practical for the average traveler than this huge closet where everything has to be hung up. Um, Now, attire aboard the Celebrity Reflection. Uh, Daytime, very casual. Of course, when you're hanging out at the pool, you just have your swimming suit and your cover up. Um, and most days are your evening wear is what they call smart casual. Basically, gentlemen, that means a polo shirt or a button up shirt and a pair of khakis or a pair of dress jeans. No shorts in the dining room, please. No torn clothes, no swimwear, certainly in the dining room at any time. Although you can get away if you have a good cover up doing the buffet with a cover up in that venue. So you have two on a 7-night cruise. You'll have two evening chic, what they call evening chic evenings where people tend to dress up. Now, I did notice there were a lot, particularly younger people on board. A lot of them dressed to the nines each night. They like it. They enjoyed it. They take the opportunity. They go cruising. They take that opportunity to pull out their best celebratory clothing, and they wear it. They look great and things. But most of the travelers were kind of like us. I find a pair of black slacks takes me a long way on any cruise ship. And I'm going to share a secret, folks. I took the same wardrobe on Celebrity that I took on our Carnival cruise back in February. Same clothes. And you know what? It fit in equally as well both places. So I mostly it was black slacks and some tops. I had a couple of pairs of white pants, gentlemen polo shirts. If you want to dress up, you're going to see a smattering of tuxedos, some sport coats, and on the evening chic nights, hardly ever see a sport coat or jacket on the gentleman in the evening, except for the two evening chic evenings. Um, Now, for I just want to tell you, I was talking about the beautiful ship. I just want to share a couple of these. This is the dining room. I remember the first time I inspected one of the Solstice class ships, and I went into the dining room. It is such a beautiful, beautiful venue. Just the creams and the beige and the crystal wine tower that you can see in the background here. It is a beautiful, elegant room. I loved it then. I love it now. Uh, Pool deck. There was, and this is a shot that I took uh, during our sailing, and you can see here. This was when we were in port one day. So those are always times when things are kind of quiet at the pool deck. You don't see a lot of people, but I mean to tell you, it was like being on your own private yacht. There were just such a smattering of people, very, very few people on the pool deck during the port days. So I really took advantage of it. You'll see there's 4 hot tubs there, and I certainly made use of some time in the hot tub. It was so relaxing, and there was so much space that rarely did you even have to share it with anyone else. They also have a wonderful sanctuary, the indoor pool area, the adult sanctuary area. Forgetting right now off the top of my head what it's actually called, but it's a beautiful, beautiful indoor area. They have hot tubs there, and in inclement weather, great option. With so few people on board and the weather so lovely, other than just walking through a few times, I really didn't spend a lot of time in that hangout. And that normally can be a place where I do some hanging out, but not that particular sailing, because there was so much space that it was just like having your own ship, like I said. Here's one of my favorite areas. This was after breakfast one morning. One of the crew members that was walking through was gracious enough to shoot this picture. I don't even know what they call. I can't remember what they call this little area. It's kind of just a little walk-through area, but it really is a work of art. As you walk through, it's kind of an anteroom, just a little pass-through area. It is beautiful. It is so charming, and it actually plays some tones. Great photo op there, as you can see. There's me and Marvin just having uh, had breakfast somewhere, one in the dining room, and just love this area. Actually, it's just such a charming area. One of my favorite places on the Celebrity Reflection. Now, you know me, and I am always going to tell you about the food because we love to eat, and this cruise was no exception. The food was exceptional across the board on this sailing. Um, One of my husband is absolutely, he is a crazy fan of escargot, and it's on the menu every night, and he ate it every single night. That was his appetizer nightly. I enjoyed it one or two evenings, but he is absolutely crazy about it. So he enjoyed that each evening, and enjoyed with a capital it's just he absolutely loved it. I found the appetizers to be absolutely great. There was something, the appetizers, the soups, the salads, just excellent across the board. Really good. Um, we found I guess if I had to say the weak places that I would say about on the menu, I the couple of times that I had fish, I thought it could have been it seemed like it was always just a tad overdone. And if I had to say there's a general weak point, and I think this is typical of many of the cruise ships, the desserts they were fine, they were okay, but nothing really to get excited about or write home about. Nothing that I really thought really hit a home run. Just they were fine if you wanted a little bite of something sweet at the end of dinner. They were good. We did eat at a couple of the specialty restaurants. Uh, One of my stops was the Sushi on Five, and this was the dumplings. They were beautifully served. They were really delicious. We had lunch there one day, and it was just there's an upcharge. This is one of the premium restaurants. It's a modest upcharge, but we enjoyed lunch there one day. My husband doesn't do the raw sushi, but they had plenty of options for cooked food as well as this. And the dumplings, like I said, they were a standout, absolutely, on that menu. I thought that one of the best that I've ever eaten anywhere. The other restaurant, and folks, I cannot recommend this one too highly, was the Tuscan Grill. Now, first of all, folks, it is right all the way aft on the ship. I believe it's on deck 5. And it's just this retreat like. It's very, not surprisingly, Tuscan feeling. Um, and it sits all the way aft on the ship, and the back windows. I didn't get a picture. If we'd have been there 20 minutes earlier, uh, we would have had this floor to ceiling glass wall all the way across. Just amazing. If we had been there just 20 minutes earlier, we would have had an incredible view of the sunset as we left Cozumel. But if you go on board uh, this ship, absolutely, you need to book the Tuscan Grill as one of your experiences. Now, I almost skipped the pasta, but the waitress we had, bless her heart, she just absolutely insisted, "Oh, you have to try our homemade pastas. They are so good." So I just kind of like, okay, fine. And I ordered I ordered the lobster rigatoni. This was the pasta course, and I still can dream about this. Honestly, one of the best things I have ever eaten. It was absolutely stand out. I am so glad that that waitress kind of twisted my arm and told me that. Another standout on that meal for me. I'm a vegetable lover. You know, it's kind of weird. Meats are fine. I don't. You know, I'm not a vegetarian by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm not that much of a meat lover, but I do love vegetables. And so the salads and appetizers frequently really do get my attention. And they had an heirloom beet salad with some goat cheese and a delightful dressing. If you like beets and you're a vegetarian or a vegetable lover, that would don't miss that particular salad. It was absolutely fabulous. Really, really enjoyed it. Now, Marvin had my entree. I had um, I think it was sea bass that I had that evening, and broiled sea bass. It was fine, but next time I think I would go Marvin's route. He ordered a fillet. He said it was one of the best steaks he had ever had in his life. Beef seems to be a real strong suit. If you love your beef, seems to be a real strong suit on board the ship. Um, I think it was the first night. We were, and we eat in the main dining room unless we go to a specialty restaurant. We always go to the main dining room for pretty much any time it's open, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Uh, as many of you who watch regularly know, my husband broke his hip a few months ago, and he's using a scooter now. And it's just much easier for us to pull up into the dining room with his scooter, and he can transfer to a chair than it is for us to go to the buffet and where I am fetching and carrying and doing a lot of back and forth. It just is easier for us. And we love, I mean, we love going in there, and it's just special. The service and the crisp white linens and things. That's one of the reasons that people love to cruise, to enjoy for one, having the opportunity to be waited on and to have an upscale dining experience at these cruise lines. So, and I love, folks, Carnival, sorry, but I love the white tablecloths, and I know you're probably never going to bring them back, but I do miss them when I sail with Carnival. They just add a special touch for the evening dining. So I think kind of that gives a kind of a run through of our uh, experience in the dining department. Now, as far as ports of call, we did Jamaica. Now, this is a beautiful. This is one of the ports that I think is so beautiful. I just love when you pull into Falmouth, Jamaica. It's just gorgeous, and we would have been to the left here. We would have been docked on that side of the pier, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful port of call. And one of the things that always amazes me when if you're up and you're out on your balcony and you're watching them pull into these ports, it is. I mean, we were as you can tell here. There's a lot of shoals here off to the one side. It was very very windy, as you can see from that flag there, and from these shoals, the white water there. It is amazing. One of the things that always just leaves me in awe of the skill of these captains and crew on board, how they can pull this massive cruise ship. And this is a big ship. It's 3,600 plus passengers at capacity, and they just pull it in there like we would pull up in our driveway. Just it's amazing, and with all of the wind and the currents that exists there, it always just blows my mind. Love, love, love Jamaica as a port of call. It's so colorful. In Jamaica, they know how to do these beautiful, beautiful colors. It's just vibrant and alive and and so much fun. There's so many things to do in Jamaica. One of our favorite things, up until Marvin's injury, we love to do the whitewater tubing on the White River. It's got a little bit of white water, but primarily it's a shallow, clear, beautiful float. Just relaxing, you lay back in your tube and just see this beautiful scenery. So that's been a favorite thing of ours. Dunn's River Falls, where people climb the falls. It's beautiful even if you don't do the climb, but it is a beautiful, beautiful place to visit. Love Jamaica. Love, love, love all of the different things that you can do there and the warm people. Um, there's not the only thing that's colorful. My husband loves color, so here he is. This was sitting out on our balcony, uh, just kind of watching the scenery. I think we were in Jamaica this day. We were just kind of sitting on our balcony for a while, enjoying the beautiful scenery there. And so it, you didn't have to get off the ship to see color. You could just look at Marvin. Another port of call that I really have always loved is Cozumel. And this is an excursion that we did Punta Sur down at the south tip of the island. We did this by Jeep. You just kind of have a little caravan. You've got your tour guide who drives one Jeep, and then you'll have up to 4 people following behind in these open Jeeps. It was so much fun. I hadn't driven a 4-speed vehicle for a while when we did that excursion, but the water is just fabulous. So many interesting things to do in Cozumel. It's another colorful port of call, and there's something for everyone. So don't stay on the ship. Get out and explore and enjoy your ports of call. These are the memory makers. When you get off and you do the excursions, folks, don't don't forego the excursions. Get out and explore a little bit. Have some of those experiences because that's what life is all about. And that's what you're going to remember when you talk about your vacation are those special experiences that you had and the fun things you did when you were exploring the ports of call. And now on to another topic that I wanted to cover this evening, which is the entertainment on board the Reflection. Outstanding. Absolutely blew us away on several occasions. They had a lot of music venues around the ship. They had one in the atrium. They had music there nightly and sometimes during the day. They had a lot of different of the typical kinds of activities that you find on cruise ships with the bingo and trivia and scavenger hunts and things, but they always had music. Lots of people took advantage of that and enjoyed dancing in the atrium. Uh, but I wanted to talk primarily about the shows in the theater. They have 2 shows nightly, so whether you are an early diner and go to dinner and then catch a show, or if you prefer the late dining and want to catch the show and then go to dinner, they can accommodate both preferences. We chose to dine about 8 each evening, so we would go to the early show before dinner, and then by the time we meandered, the show ended about 7:45. We'd meander our way back to the dining room, and they'd be waiting for us. Our table would be cleaned and waiting for us. Um, the one show that I can say was just kind of it left me kind of scratching my head. Was the first show that we went to called Broken Strings. The talent was amazing. You could tell the talent was there. It was fabulous. The musicians were amazing. The cast was great. But it was just like the storyline left me scratching my head. I just was kind of like when I came out of there, kind of just a little bit confused. It just didn't ring the bell. I heard a few comments as people were leaving the theater as well. It's like, well, that was kind of odd. Just was kind of, I think one gentleman said that was pretty lame. But other than that, the entertainment in the theater was top notch. It's a beautiful, beautiful venue, and they had all kinds of different entertainment there. They had Rock City, which was featured the rock music. They had a modern violin, a gal there who was absolutely awesome. But don't if you sail on this ship, do not miss that show on the last night. It features aerial acts and ballet, and it's one of the best pieces of entertainment I have ever seen anywhere on a ship or off of a ship. It absolutely uh, you could easily pay $120 for tickets for to see this in Vegas or New York. It was that good, and it and folks, it's free. It's free. It's with the price of your cruise. All of that entertainment comes along for with you, and no charge. So all of this said, have I whetted your appetite? Anybody out there ready to sail on the celebrity reflection? If so, you just feel free to give us a call, uh, reach out to me by email or by phone. We're happy to have you contact us. We're glad to give you uh, more information, no obligation quote, and answer any remaining questions. Cruising remains one of the safest, most um, most secure travel options out there anywhere. You do, folks, the mask mandate is gone. You do not have to wear a mask on board. Still have to wear it in the terminal, but once you get on board, you don't have to wear it unless if you're immunocompromised or otherwise need to wear it, of course. But for most of us, we can just leave the mask aside once we're on board the ship. Vaccination still is required. I do not see that changing anytime in the foreseeable future, certainly not this year. I would be surprised to see that go away next year unless things change dramatically with this crazy virus that we're dealing with. You also do still have to have a negative COVID test taken 48 hours with prior to departure. So 2 days before, you got to go to Walgreens or CVS or some such place and go through their drive-through and get your test. They're very easy around most of the country to get that. So who needs to be on the celebrity reflection or other celebrity vessels? If you like a touch of luxury, but don't want an unpretentious kind of atmosphere. You enjoy a bit of sophistication. You like the upscale dining and the white tablecloths and the great service, but you do not want anything that feels um, too pretentious. You don't want any pretension. Celebrity is a great choice for you. Foodies, absolutely. Celebrity is an amazing choice for you if you want to get on board a cruise ship, particularly if you are a real serious foodie. I would suggest you look at Aqua Class, perhaps, which has a private restaurant called Blue, just for Aqua Class uh, people who are booked in that particular class, or you might want to check out the suites. And Lumini is the private dining room for suite guests. So great choice for serious foodies. If you love to be entertained, you want high scale entertainment, you like a mostly adult atmosphere, uh, which means you want. There were a smattering of children around the ship. All of them were well behaved. There was nothing that caused any kind of discomfort or raised eyebrow. The kids were great that were on board that we saw. So, but mostly Celebrity caters to the adults. If you like a larger ship, the larger the ship, the more options you generally have for your entertainment and activities. Um, but yet you don't have a sense of crowding, and you don't feel, you often don't feel it. It just frankly had the feel very often of a much more mid-sized ship. Um, so those would be great, great choices. If you fall in any of those categories, you would be an ideal client for the Celebrity. Also, if you like an all-inclusive vacation, they have their always included pricing. So you will get your beverage package, you will get your Wi-Fi, and you will get your gratuities are included in your price when you book. Um, the, there's one fare code that generally is a strip down that doesn't offer those, but if you want an all-inclusive vacation, Celebrity is a perfect choice for you because most of their fares include all of those. So you get your beverage package, you get your Wi-Fi, and you get gratuities. So great, great choice if you lean toward the all-inclusive and don't want to be facing a large uh, bill on your stateroom when you disembark. So there you go, folks. It's my take on Celebrity Reflection. I give it 5 stars. Great ship. The very minor things that I've raised in this really in no sense did they affect our enjoyment of this cruise. One of our favorites ever. Again, if you are interested, if you want more information, you want to learn more about Celebrity, give me a call. No, it's always no obligation. Always happy to do a quote and answer questions. Pat Hand, Dancing Moon Travel, where we choreograph dreams. And one more thing, folks, I almost forgot. We have a giveaway this evening. So if you are watching live, listeners only, I have, if you like wine and you like a certain thing and you frequently want to carry it on board the ship with you, you have to carry it on in your carry-on, and it can be a problem because you break a bottle of red wine in your luggage. That's not a fun thing. So we have the wine wings here, folks. I'm going to give you a set of 2 of these. You can, most of the cruise lines, including Celebrity, you can bring on board 1 bottle per adult. So these will keep they're very secure. They will get you on board with your wine unbroken safely and travel with confidence on those. So just enter now. If you're watching live, just enter reflection, reflection in the comments box right now. And I will get this out to we'll have a drawing and I will get this out to one lucky live listener. Thanks again, folks. It's Pat at Dancing Moon Travel, and we do choreograph dreams. See you again next week. Bye, everybody.